Good afternoon, St. Joseph School families. It's Carnival Day here at St. Joe's, so you can probably even hear a little bit of noise in the background as I'm recording this, but it's a huge day, great culmination to Catholic Schools Week. You know, in the middle of Catholic Schools Week, it is a really busy time for us in the middle of our winter sports season. So right now we have our huge swim team going through the middle of their season, but we also have our many basketball teams are in the middle of their practices and games, and our hockey team as well. And it's a good time to take a look at what's the role of sports within a Catholic school, especially St. Joseph's. And a little background on this, I love sports. Personally, I've always been very invested in the local sports teams, but I've been a coach for most of my career as a teacher and as an administrator. In fact, I kind of miss coaching, and I hope one day to come back and coach at St. Joe's when the opportunity opens up. But there's so much that can be learned from sports and from playing and being a part of that experience. And to me, it really comes back to 3 C's. First of all, our sports program is a classroom, and it's an extension of the classroom in a different way. When you're at a basketball practice, you're doing a lot of learning. It's a lot of bodily kinesthetic learning, but you're also learning to be a member of a team. You're learning particular skills. You're learning things that you do for your body to keep it healthy. Secondly, playing sports is part of a community. And I think when you join a team, a lot of times kids join our St. Joseph's teams not because they're super interested in the sport, but they want to be part of the team. And so being a part of a team and participating really forms those community bonds, but it also strengthens the community bonds that are already there in our classes and in our school community. It's not a surprise that for as strong of a community as we have, that we have the high level of participation in our sports that we do. They kind of work together that way. And the third thing is, sports is all about character. It's one thing to learn and be in the classroom and learn about virtues and values and the saints that have lived these virtues, and that's all a good thing. But sports makes you practice that in a very different way. It's something to learn about prudence and discipline, and it's another thing to be running wind sprints back and forth in practice, to have to do those exercises you may not want to build those skills because they make you a better player. It's one thing to learn about cooperation, but when you're on a basketball team, sharing one basketball with 5 people and only one person can score, that's where it really comes into play. You can learn about perseverance, but perseverance really happens when you get called for a foul that you didn't commit. How are you going to respond? Or you lose a tough game that you tried so hard. How are you going to respond? So classroom, community, character, all of those things are a big part of St. Joseph's Sports. It's why we do what we do here. So we wish all of our teams well in their competitions this week and the next, and we'll see you next week.